Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A very, very, very warm welcome. International Society for Krishna Consciousness welcomes all the devotees, friends, guests, life members, listeners, those listening from social media, and listeners who will be hearing the recording. Please accept the the blessings of Sri Sri Radha Govardhan Dhariji and mercy of Srila Prabhupada. It is said that when the people of this world elect us, when the people of this world elect us in parliament, we get a in parliament we get a place. And when Krishna, the Supreme Person of Godhead, select us in spiritual discourses, we get a place. That's why those who love the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, will not say, never say no to spiritual discourses. Those who love Srila Prabhupada will never say no to spiritual discourses. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita means beautiful song of God. I would say Srimad means beautiful, Bhagavad means God, and Gita means the song. I would say this is a beautiful song of love from the heart of Lord Sri Krishna, and he's saying, "Please come back to me. Why are you suffering? Why are you suffering? Why are you suffering? Staying away from me. Please come back to me." So the Lord's love, compassion, mercy, and his affection for us is coming from the heart and overflowing through, from his heart through his words. In this way, the Supreme Person of God is telling us, please come back to me, please join me, be happy, and and make others happy. The Bhagavad Gita is very, very divine. Bhagavad Gita is very, very spiritual. Bhagavad Gita is very, very transcendental. Bhagavad Gita is full of mercy. Bhagavad Gita is full of joy. Bhagavad Gita is full of love. Bhagavad Gita is full of happiness. Bhagavad Gita is uh, full of kindness. Bhagavad Gita is very, very valuable for us. Bhagavad Gita is very, very beneficial for us. Bhagavad Gita is very, very profitable for us. This Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, is the special words coming from the heart of Sri Krishna. And now the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita is entitled Dhyana Yoga, that is focus, Dhyana Yoga. In the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita is very amazing, very awful, very wonderful. Bhagavad Gita 6, in the first chapter, we see that Arjuna is thinking he is Pandava, but Krishna says in second chapter, no, no, Arjuna, you are not Pandava, you are soul. In the first chapter, Arjuna says the Kauravas are my enemies, but Krishna says, no, 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 Kaurava is not your enemy. The 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 lust, anger, and greed is our enemy. In the Krishna says, the Pandavas are my friends and allies. Krishna says, no. In the fourth chapter, Krishna says, the spiritual master is our real friend. And the fifth chapter, Krishna says, Krishna, the Supreme Personality Godhead, is our ever well-wisher and our friend. So knowing this, that Krishna is our well-wisher, and understanding that we are part and parcel of Krishna, the soul, now we should focus on our plan. To, to begin this chapter, let us start with a small story. Arjuna was a student in Krishna's Dronacharya's Institute of Military Warfare. The 100 sons of Dhritarashtra were also there, and 5 sons of uh, Pandava were also there. On the final day, uh, Dronacharya wanted to have a test, and he said, please, please focus and shoot at the eye of the parrot, eye of a parrot, a wooden parrot, which was kept on a very big tree at a very big height. So he said, "You have to shoot and mark and hit the eye of the parrot." So the Duryodhan came. Dronacharya asked, "What can you see?" He said, "I can see the sky, I can see the tree, I can see the parrot." Dronacharya said, "No." And next, many others came. And all of them came. When Arjuna came, Arjuna was asked, "What can you see?" He said that I can see nothing but the eye of the parrot. And Dronacharya said, "Yes, you shoot." And he hit the eye of the wooden parrot. And that is focus, which Krishna is as Krishna is uh, uh, expecting from us. We should now understand that we are part and parcel of Krishna, and Krishna is our ever well wisher. So our focus should be to understand Krishna's plan for us. For better understanding and easy assimilation of the subject matter, let us take the session in the following manner. In the phase one, we will see Arjuna is trying to go to the forest and avoid the plan of the Lord, that is to execute the plan of the Lord. So that is mentioned in slok 1 to 9. And phase 2, uh, Arjuna is asking, please explain how can we uh, go to samadhi, do Ashtanga yoga. And in phase 3, the Krishna is explaining the importance of controlling the mind. And in phase 4, Arjuna is asking what will happen in case one becomes a karma yogi and is not successful. And in phase 5, Bhakti Yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga is the topmost yoga, will be explained, conclusion and question answer. This chapter is very amazing, very, very awful, out of the world, simply wonderful. Let us dive right into the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Arjun, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Again, Ved Vyas Muni is saying Sri. Sri means beautiful. Bhagavan means the most important person. Vacha means singing. The most important person, the most beautiful person is speaking. That means which he is going to say something which is very important and very beautiful for us. So Vyasa Muni expects that we pay full attention, one pointed focus, laser, sharp focus, not to not only to every sentence, not only to every word, every word, every letter is important and beautiful for us, because it will make our life beautiful and wonderful and important. Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti yaha स सन्यासी च योगी च न निरग्निर्न च क्रिया. The Supreme Personality of God had said, one who is unattached to his work is working, but he is giving the fruit of the work, the result, to Krishna. And uh, such a person who is not attached to the fruit of the work, and and who works as a duty, yeah, such a person, such a person is a real sannyasi and a real karma yogi, not a person who does not light fire. That means he does not cook or do yajna or does not perform any work. So Arjuna, Krishna is trying to impress upon Arjuna that uh, you are thinking that you to go to the forest and just sit and do nothing and avoid this war. That is not the real aim of sannyas. The real aim of sannyas is to be renounced, have no material desires, and the aim of yoga, Nishkam Karma Yoga, is to get connected to Krishna. Actually, a sannyasi with a pure mind and a Nishkam Karma Yogi who has attained the uh, topmost realm, they experience the same kind of happiness. They experience the same kind of happiness. So Arjuna was thinking, if I want the divine knowledge, there are two paths. One is to follow the instruction of the spiritual master. In this case, he has to kill Dronacharya and Bhishma Pitama and others. Or the second way, he can go to the forest and just meditate. Now, Arjuna is thinking, I want divine knowledge, but why should I kill my grandfather and Bhishma Pitama? So Arjuna was trying to avoid the instruction of the spiritual master, and he is now interested to go to the forest and become a sannyasi. Yam sannyasam iti prahu yogam tam vidi pandava nahi sannyasta sankalpa yogi bhavat kaschana. Srila Prabhupada was a sannyasi, but he used to cook every day for Krishna. In New York, he cooked food he started cooking at 11 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, he prepared 200 chapatis and he cooked for 200 American youth and rice, dal, and sabji. And at 12:30 is to offer, and 1 o'clock all the 8 or 9, 10 American youths is to come. They used to be 6 feet 6 and 2 feet broad, and each one is to eat at least 20 chapatis, hot, sumptuous prasadam. And Prabhupada used to cook for them in exactly 1 hour. He used to wash the pots, clean the pots, even clean the plates. He was using fire, and he used to do yajna also. So it is not that a sannyasi means one should not do fire or do nothing. A sannyasi, a karma yogi means to understand the plan of the Lord, execute the plan of the Lord. So Prabhupada understood the plan of the Lord is that he is to write books and also go to the Western world and make them devotees. So uh, in this way, a sannyasi and a karma yogi is is not one who does not do any work. But Arjuna says that I will go to the forest. So tell me what it means to go to the forest and meditate. Tell me something about Ashtanga yoga. So Arjuna, Krishna is now explaining. Okay, okay, Arjuna, I will tell you what it means to go to the forest. And you think that you will you will go to samadhi and meditate, your mind will not allow you. But let me explain. So Krishna is going to explain the eight-fold path uh, of sannyas. Aruru, 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 आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगं कर्मकारणम् उच्यते योग आरूढस्य तस्य एव समकारणम् उच्यते. There are two levels of Ashtanga Yoga. One is the junior and the senior. Like in the school, we have the junior school and the senior school. Those who are in the junior, their mind is not under control. The mind, which is full of anger, greed, lust, they are supposed to be junior. For them, they have to work and do something for Krishna. While they are working, while they are working for Krishna, gradually by the blessings of Vaishnava, their mind becomes pure, and gradually, when their mind becomes pure, they become the come to the next level. They can go to the forest. As long as the mind is not pure, they don't go to the forest. They work while they are uh, as they are at home in the city or a village. Then, when the mind is pure, they become senior, they can go to the forest. Yada hi nen indriya arteshu na karmasu anusajyate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yoga rudasa taduchyate. When the mind is free from anger, greed, lust, envy, such a person is now ready for going to the forest. And Arjuna is getting very interested. Oh, I will go to the forest. Then उदारीद आत्मना आत्मानां न आत्मानाम् अवसद्यते आत्म एव हि आत्मनो बन्धुर् आत्म एव रिपु आत्मना. In this text we see atma 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 almost atma 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 uh, atma almost 4 5 times. In this text atma means mind. Krishna says mind, when it is uh, thinking about Krishna, is our dear friend, and the mind which is not thinking about Krishna is our enemy. One must deliver himself with the help of mind and not degrade himself. Mind is our friend, mind is our friend as well as enemy. The mind which is thinking about Krishna is our friend, and the mind which is not thinking about Krishna is our enemy. Bandhur Atma Atmana Tasya Ena Atma Eva Atmana Jita Anatmanastu Satrutve Vartaye Atmana Eva Satruvat. For him whose mind is uh, is thinking about Krishna and Krishna's plan and spiritual master's plan. For such a person, the mind is friend, and for a person whose mind is not thinking about Krishna, the mind is the greatest enemy. And Jit Atmana Prasantasya Param Atma Samahitah Shitoshna Sukha Dukkeshu Tatamana apamanayo. Such a person who has conquered his mind and he has he is uh, understanding the plan of the Lord. He reaches equanimity. He reaches tranquility. He is blissful, and is uh, simply happy. And such a man, for him, whether things are favorable or whether not favorable, he is focused in his service to the Lord. Whether whether it's heat or cold, he is striving to execute the plan of the Lord. Whether people praise him or they blaspheme him, he is focused in executing the plan of the Lord. He is one pointed focus. ज्ञान विज्ञान तृप्त आत्मा कुतस्थो विजितेन्द्रियः उक्त इति उच्यते योगी समलोष्ट आश्म कंचना. For him, such a person, whether he is in the forest, he will be concentrating on executing the plan of the Lord. Whether he is in palace, he will be concentrating on the executing the plan of the Lord. Such a person is always in transcendence. He is controlling his eyes, ears, nose, every senses, and his mind is controlled. For him, whether there is gold or for him there are small pieces of broken glasses, everything he sees, he immediately uses this in Krishna's service. Like Prabhupada, when he sees gold, immediately he takes this gold and offers it to Krishna to make ornaments and throne for Krishna. And for an ordinary person, when he sees gold, he goes. The person goes uh, mm, uh, uh, out of control. He cannot understand his fortune, and he becomes mad. He thinks that now I will buy a big bungalow, big house, a big palace, and I will have many. Clothes, cars, etc., etc., etc. He goes crazy. But a devotee of the Lord, whether it's gold or broken pieces of glass or stone, sees them. It is belongs to Krishna and offers it to Krishna. So such a person is always in equanimity, tranquility. He is simply blissful, and his life is at all time, place, and circumstances simply wonderful. For him, everybody is his brother. There is no enemy, no friend. Everybody, we are all children of Lord, and uh, he doesn't see anybody as a competitor or an enemy. Suhin mitra ari udasina madhya asta dvesha bandhushu sadhushu apicha papeshu samabuddhir vishishyate. Such a person who gets advanced, he thinks that we are, every living entity is a child of God. I am child of God. Everyone is children of God, and everybody should, everybody he sees, he thinks that should be happy and happily connected to God. He sees somebody who is uh, better than him. He feels, wow, he is so blessed that Krishna is advancing in Krishna consciousness. And if he sees some people who are not advanced, junior than him, he feels compassion for them. He says, what the kind of happiness I'm experiencing, they should also experience. He shares the secrets of Krishna consciousness, and those who are his equal, for with them he with them uh, he is acting like a friend, and tries to give the best, uh, uh, and tries to uh, tries tries to glorify his friend. So in this way, a devotee of the Lord, who has conquered the mind, he is not feeling envious if see somebody is doing better than them. In this world, we see that people, they are when they see people who are doing better than them, they feel kind of jealous or envy. How come they are better than me? And if they feel the people who are junior to them, they want to exploit them. And people who are equal to them, they want to make sure that make defame them and bring them down. But a devotee of the Lord, for him, everyone, he always thinks about everybody, everyone's welfare. Such is the quality of the devotees. Wow, that was the quality of Prabhupada. Prabhupada was always compassionate for all the conditioned living being, and his brothers who were senior to him, he was trying to take, feeling very good about for them, and he was paying obeisance to them and doing a lot of service. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada, we see uh, a person who has got his mind control is always in tranquility, equanimity. His mind is peaceful, blissful, and his life is simply wonderful. Arjuna is now thinking, wow, if this is the case, I will go to the forest. So Krishna, he asks us, what are the stages of steps to be taken for a person who wants to go to the forest and meditate in the forest and take samadhi? How does one begin this Ashtanga Yoga, Krishna? And now Krishna is going to explain the process. And Krishna knows that Arjuna will not be able to follow this process of going to the forest and becoming a sannyasi. But uh, Krishna is explaining this so that Arjuna should understand that the process of going to forest is not meant for him. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasi stita ekahiyata chit atma nirase aparigraha. The transcendentalist should uh, always engage his body, mind, and self in relationship with the Supreme. A person should go to a secluded place in forest where no one is there to disturb him, and he should carefully control his mind, and he should be free from any material desires and feelings of possessiveness. This is mind. He should be one with Krishna's plan, and he should find a place which is clean. Socha desha pratistapya stira asanam atmana Nati uchiritam nati nicham chaila jina kushotaram. And to practice this yoga, he should go to a secular place, and he should put clean the place. He should put kusha grass. It's a kind of a grass. A kusha grass or grass, which is actually said that when Lord Krishna came as Varaha avatar, he came as a Sukar avatar, like a boar. When he came from the ocean, and to dry the water out, he was actually shaking his head left and right, left and right. The air from his body came out, and that air touched the earth, and it is growing as kushagrass. It's very pure, and it is really auspicious. So put the kushagrass. It has got a quality to to antiseptic qualities, and it uh, throws away uh, insects and snakes. And above the kusha grass, put a skin, deer skin which is dyed naturally, and deer skin also got a property of antiseptic, and it removes insects. And above that, put a silk cloth, and above that silk cloth, one should sit, and you should find a place which is neither too high. If it is too high, the wind will disturb them, and he will not be able to concentrate. And if it's too low, water may come, and his meditation may get disturbed. So he should find a place which is pure, plain. Put kusha grass, then deer skin, then silk cloth, and the play. It should not be high, not should be low. And he should sit, and slowly what he should do, तत्र एक अग्राम मना कृत्वा यथा चित इंद्रिया क्रिया उपाविश्य सने युञ्जात yogam atma vishuddhyade. The yogi should sit in a posture with crossed leg, and he should sit firmly, and he should now only think about Krishna and purify his heart and mind and senses, and he should be focused on Krishna's form. And now his body, samam kaya shiro grivam dharayana chalam stira samprekshaya nasikramasva disha cha nava lokayan. He should sit with calmly with his leg folded cross. His backbone should be straight. His neck should be straight with the backbone, and the head should be in straight line. Backbone, neck, and head. And now should be erect in straight line. And with both the eyes should not be totally open. If eyes are totally open, he will see the birds flying, animals moving. And if it is closed, he may go to sleep. But it should be half open, and the eyes should be focusing at the tip of the nose. Doing that, he should meditate on Krishna, who is very, very beautiful, with a crown in his head, with hearings, with beautiful eyes, and wonderful garland, and a beautiful necklace, costume, money, and srivastra, yellow garments, and with four hands. One hand that is lotus, one hand that is conch shell, in one hand there is Sudarshan Chakra, and on one hand there is the mace. In this beautiful form of the Lord, he should be concentrating and meditating. Prasan Atma Vigata Vira Brahmachari Vrata Stita Mana Samyamya Machitto Yukta Asita Matapara. And he should be thinking about Krishna's beautiful form, and he should be uh, feeling very, very happy, and his mind should be subdued without any fear, and he should practice total celibacy, free from any illicit thoughts, and he should meditate upon Krishna with four hands, and the Krishna who is with beautiful smile, eyes, and wonderful garland, and he should meditate on the goal of life. Yunjun evam sad atmana yogi niyata manasa shantim nirvana paramam matshas matshamstam adhigacchati. While doing that, gradually he becomes more and more peaceful and blissful. And gradually he is seeing the Lord, and he is understanding the plan of the Lord, and he is totally understanding the Lord is kind, the Lord is merciful, Lord is very compassionate. Lord has got a lot of full of affection. With this, he is getting more and more closer to the Lord, and as he's getting closer to the Lord, he's feeling more bliss, happiness, and he's becoming more and more divine and transcendental and spiritually inclined. Oh, Krishna, this is wonderful. Are there any more regulations to practice? Yes, Arjuna, yes. Uh, the sannyasi, he should neither eat too much. If he eat too much, he will go to sleep. And if he eat too less, he will become weak. And the yogi should neither sleep too much, or he should sleep less. If it sleeps too much, then he may become lazy. And if it sleeps too less, he may become crazy. He should do the needful. Nati asnata tu yogo asti na chaik antam anas anasnatah na chati swapna silasya jagrata naive cha arjuna. There's no possibility for one to become a sannyasi or a yogi or Arjuna if one who eats too much, or one who sits eats too less, or one who sleeps too much, or one who sleeps too less. So, what should he do? Krishna says, युक्त आहार विहारस्य युक्त चेतस कर्मसु युक्त सोप अबोधस्य योग भवति दुःखः. One should neither eat too much, or neither eat too less. One should eat in a regulated manner. One should neither sleep too much, or one should neither sleep too less. One should sleep in a regulated manner. One should neither work too much, or one should not neither work too less. One should work in a regulated manner. One should eat in such a way that the eating will help us to think about Krishna better. One should sleep in such a way that one can think about Krishna better. One should work in such a way that that work will connect him more to Krishna. So in this way, our eating habits will also take us close to Krishna. Our sleeping habits should also take us close to Krishna, and our working habits should also take us to Krishna. So we should eat, we should sleep, and we should work. But eating, sleeping, and working should help us take us closest to close to Krishna. So in this way, the in this way, a person, if he should be regulated in his eating, sleeping, and working. Yada viniyatam chittam atmani eva vatistate nispriha sarva kamebhyo yukta iti uchate tadam. In this way, he is so much in bliss, is so much in happiness, and is thinking about Krishna, that in this practice he is in bliss and transcendence, and he has got no material desire. He wants nothing for himself, nothing for his family, or nothing for his nation. He just wants to do everything for Krishna, because he understands Krishna has been kind and very kind to him. Krishna has given and done more than what he deserves, and he knows that Krishna is really loves him. So he is established in real yoga. यथा दीपो निबतस्तो निन्गते स्वप्मा स्मृता योगिनो यथा चित्तस्य युञ्जत yogam atmana. His mind becomes totally focused in seeing the wonderful, beautiful form of Krishna, and his mind becomes steady. It becomes so steady. It's like like a flame, candlelight flame. The flame of a candle, when in a place where there is no wind, in a room, is very steady, whereas a flame of the candle or a lamp, when a windy place, it goes here, ether, thither, here, there. But the mind of a person who is not a yogi, a devotee, is going here and there. It's always disturbed. But for a pure devotee, the mind is as if uh, a flame in a non-windy room or a place. Such peaceful becomes the mind. Krishna, I want to know more about such a sannyasi, such a yogi, such a this Ashtanga yoga. Oh Arjuna, understand, such a devotee of the Lord, such a sannyasi, he thinks about his own welfare, and not only thinks about his own welfare, he thinks about the welfare of each and every living entity. यत्र परामते चित्तं निरुदं योग सेवया यत्र चैव आत्मना पश्यान आत्मनि तुष्यति. Such a person who is in trance, in a samadhi, he never thinks about his his uh, individual benefit, because he knows Krishna is taking care of him. He doesn't want anything for his own self. Rather, he wants rather he wants the kind of happiness he's experiencing. Let every living entity experience that kind of happiness. Sukham at antikam yat buddhigraham atendriyam veti yatra cha na chaivabhyam stita chalati tatvata. Such a person who is pure in his mind, he relishes the topmost kind of happiness. He is in a joyful state, and he experiences boundless transcendental happiness. And nothing in this world can disturb him at any time, place, and circumstances. He is experiencing unlimited, ever increasing happiness at all time, place, and circumstances. And now he is like a, a person who has got a lot of wealth, and he wants to share this wealth to others also. Yam labdva chaparam labam mannate na adikam tata यस्मिन् स्थितो न दुःखेन gurunapi vichalayate. Such a devotee of the Lord, like Prabhupada, he wants to distribute the love of God, the happiness to all. Established thus, he never departs from the truth. He knows Krishna loves him and Krishna loves all of us. And he understands uh, he is the Lord is giving him more than what he deserves. And such in such a state of mind, nothing in this world can shake him, nothing can disturb him. Even in an unfavorable situation, he is not disturbed. Like Prahlad Maharaj was tested by his father, he was thrown from the mountains, he was not disturbed, he was thrown into a big pan of, you know, oil which was boiling. It did not disturb him. He was thrown under the foot of feet of the elephants, but he was not disturbed because he was in trance. Because he knew the Lord is always taking care of him. Today, if the Lord wants me to die, nothing in this world can save me from death. And today, if the Lord wants me to be alive, nothing in this world can kill me. So he was always in trance. Tam yad vidyad dukkha samyoga vivyogam yoga sanjnitam. In this indeed is the actual freedom from all miseries which comes from material contact. Thus, the sannyasi who is meditating experience ultimate happiness. Sa nish- sa nischayena yogavyo yoga nir निर्विना चेतसा संकल्प प्रभाव कामां त्यक्ता सर्वान् अशेषता मनसा इव इन्द्रियाग्रामं विनियम्य समं ततः. Thus, that sannyasi, he who is practicing the yoga with full determination to please Krishna, and he's got faith in Krishna, he is ever well-wisher. He is not deviated from the goal of life, from the plan of the Lord. And with this, he is free from any selfish material desire, and he is only thinking, how can I bring more glories to Krishna? And gradually, he becomes, he experiences higher and better kind of happiness. Sane senir uparam madhya buddhya driti grihitaya atma samstam mana kritva na kinch ape chintaya. Gradually, step by step, he goes more and more into trance, and he experiences higher and higher levels of happiness, and is convinced Krishna is ever well wisher, and Krishna is kind to him and giving him more than what he deserves. Thus, he is so blissful and peaceful. And even if he minds for some time goes here and there, immediately he brings back his mind to Krishna's. His mind cannot accept anything less than Krishna's beautiful form, pastime, qualities, and name. Again, it comes back to Krishna. Or if it is going back, he immediately wants to come back, bring mind back to track. Yato nischal, yato nischalati manasa chanchala अस्थिरं ततो ततस्ततो नियम एताद् आत्मनि एव वसंनिया. He is so much in love with Krishna that if his mind goes for some time anywhere else, immediately he wants to bring his mind back to Krishna's pastimes, beautiful uh, qualities, form, and thus he is always blissful. Prasanta manasa hi enam yoginam sukha uttamam upa iti santara jasam brahmabhutam akalmasham. Thus his mind is free from uh, any kind of impurities. He is free from any kind of passion and ignorance. He is just in bliss. युञ्जन एव सदात्मना योगी विगत कल्मषा सुखेन ब्रह्म संस्पर्शम एतांतिक सुखम आश्नुते. He is now one, he is experiencing that kind of happiness which Krishna experiences, or the devotees who are in the spiritual world. That is That is what he is experiencing. At the same time, now he's thinking, let every living entity who are my brothers and sisters, all we are all children of the Lord, experience that kind of happiness. Sarva bhuta stam atmana, sarva bhutani cha atmani, ate yoga yukta atma sarvatra sama darshana. And such a devotee, wherever he looks that the Lord, he can see the Lord like a lover who is so much in love with his beloved that wherever he sees his beloved. Like Romeo, wherever he sees Juliet, or Juliet, wherever he sees she sees her lover, beloved Romeo. So the devotee of the Lord is so much in love with Krishna, whether he sees a tree, whether he sees a animal, or insect or birds, he thinks Krishna is there in their heart and he can see Krishna everywhere. And he can never forget Krishna. He is in so much love with Krishna, like a lover never forgets the beloved. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai api pashyati tasya aham na pranashyami sa cha me na pranashyati. Such a devotee of me, mine, never forgets me at any time, any place, any circumstance. So I also don't forget such a devotee. In that devotee's heart, I exist, and in my heart exists such a beautiful, wonderful devotee. Sarvabhuta stitam yo mam bhajati ekatvam stitah sarvatra sarvatmano api sa yogi mai vartate. Such a yogi, uh, uh, he in the mind, in his heart, he is worshipping Krishna, who has got four hands, who has got a yellow garment, and who's got a nice, beautiful, smiling face with beautiful eyes, earrings, and crown, garland, necklaces. Such a wonderful form. He's always meditating and he's always in bliss. आत्मौपानीयेन सर्वत्र समं पश्यति यो अर्जुन सुखं वा यदि वा दुःखं स योगी परममता. He is a perfect yogi who, by comparison to his own self, sees that everybody should be experiencing this kind of happiness. Arjuna now starts feeling, oh Krishna, I cannot do this. Why? Because I can think good for Yudhishthir because he's my brother. But Duryodhan, he troubled us. He troubled my mother. He troubled my wife. He troubled my brothers. He troubled me. He really was bad. I cannot think good about him. Why? No, I cannot. I simply cannot. Because why you cannot? Because my mind uh, uh, is not steady. I cannot do this, Krishna. I cannot think good for everyone. Arjuna vacha yomam yoga tvaya prokta sam ena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchala stitam stiram. No, Krishna, no. Oh, Madhusudana, oh, killer of demon Madhu. This system of yoga, Ashtanga yoga, which you are explaining, which you have summarized, appears very impractical. It's unendurable. It's not worth doing. Why, Arjuna? Because my mind is restless and steady. I can think good for Bhima, Yudhishthir, Bhishma Pitama. No, I cannot think good for Karna, Dushashan, and Duryodhan. Why? Because my mind is restless and unsteady because my mind, but bring your mind back to your focus. No, my mind is cannot be is not we cannot come into control, right? I cannot think equally for everyone. I cannot think equally for everyone. This cannot happen. Why, Arjuna? The intelligence is intelligence. With your intelligence, try to control your mind. Krishna, this cannot happen. Simply cannot happen because the mind is diseased. Like a person who is diseased, if he takes medicines, the disease gets cured, but the person gets so diseased, that so ill, the fever becomes too much, that the disease becomes too much, that medicine cannot have an impact on the disease. How much ever he takes medicine, the disease is not in control. The medicine is not working. Similarly, the intelligence may be acting like medicine for the mind, but the mind has become so uncontrollable that the medicine has got no effect on the disease. Oh Krishna, my mind is restless. Chanchala himana Krishna pramati balabhadridam tasyaham nigraham manye vayureva sudushkaram. My mind is restless like a monkey which is bit, which is taking intoxicated with liquor, and not only that, and again is bitten by a scorpion. How restless the monkey will be. That kind is my mind. It's restless, turbulent, obstinate, and it is strong. It is it the mind will not do the right thing. It will not do the right thing. It is ready to do the wrong thing. How much ever I try to subdue it, it overcomes. It is difficult. Krishna, you tell me to control the flow of wind, the stop the flow of water. I can do that, but controlling the flow of thoughts of mind, which is restless like a monkey, cannot. I cannot do that. Oh, Krishna, I cannot do that. Now Arjuna says, I knew you cannot go to the forest and take this path of sannyas. I told you, you are fit for Nishkam Karma Yoga. You are fit for Bhakti Yoga. You are fit for Buddhi Yoga. You made me work from second chapter to the sixth chapter. Okay, that's fine. So let us so you have come late, but at least you have come. That's good. So Sri Bhagwan Vacha, Sri Bhagwan Vacha, again Vyasa Muni is saying Sri Bhagwan Vacha. That means beautiful, important person is speaking something beautiful, important for us. That means we should pay utmost importance. Asamsayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraha Chalam अभ्यासेन तु कौन्तेय वैरागेण च गृह्यते. Oh, mighty armed Arjuna, I will call you really mighty armed if you can control the mind. Even if the mind is unsteady, even if the fever, the disease is becoming uncontrollable, if we go to the right kind of doctor and we take the right kind of the medicine and follow the instructions, gradually the disease can come under control. Similarly, if we go to the right kind of the spiritual master and follow his instruction, gradually we can bring the uncontrollable mind into control. So forget going to the forest, go to a spiritual master and pay obeisances. Tadviti pranipatena. Become follow Nishkam Karma Yogi and do what the spiritual master wants you to do. Some ya atmana yogo dushprapa iti me mati vyasyatmana tu ya tata sakayo avaptum upayata. The mind which is restless, unbridled, the self-realization is difficult, but gradually by serving the spiritual master and getting his blessings, the mind can come under control and the desired success is assured. That is my opinion. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, you cannot become sannyasi. But Arjuna was thinking he can become sannyasi. At this stage, Arjuna is giving up the idea of going. Arjuna is agreeing that he cannot go to the forest. And he says, okay, I will follow your, I will do what you want to say. I will do what you want to say. And if now Arjuna is asking question not for himself. He's asking a question. If somebody is following the instructions of the spiritual master and by chance he is not able to please the spiritual master and he dies, what will happen? Will he again uh, go to hell and suffer, or because if he was successful, he would have gone back home, back to Godhead, and now he is not going back home, back to Godhead, not like a karma, karma kandi, nor he goes to heaven. But but what will happen? He is neither going to the uh, he's neither going to back to Godhead, uh, nor he fulfilled his spiritual master's, uh, uh, nor he was able to fulfill his spiritual master. What will happen to that particular soul? So Arjuna is asking a very important question. I agree, I may not become a great sannyasi, uh, but what if I don't become a great bhakti yogi? So is my life becomes useless? All my efforts becomes useless? So Arjuna's question is very important. Arjuna vacha yati shraddhayo peto yoga chalita manasa aprapya yoga samsiddhim kama gatim Krishna gachati. Oh Krishna, what is the destination of unsuccessful transcendentalists who in the beginning takes the process of following the instruction of the spiritual master, self-realization with faith? He's not he's not a cheater, but somehow he's not serious. He's not so sincere. But who later, this is due to worldly mindedness and does not attain the perfection in mysticism. What will happen to him? He's neither going to the spiritual world, nor he is able to please the spiritual master. Kachinno bhaya vibrasta Chinnabaram Ivanasyati Apraps Isto Mahabaho Vimudo Brahmanapati. Oh, mighty armed Krishna, with your blessings, even I am Mahabahu, mighty armed, such a transcendentalist who is bewildered from the path of transcendence, fall away both from spiritual and material success. He's neither in the spiritual world nor in the material world. What is his position? He's like a cloud which is just hanging in the sky with no position in the sky, like a cloud, wandering cloud. एतान में संशयम कृष्णा चेतुम अर्हसि अशेषता तद अन्य संशया अस्या चेता नाहि उपपद्यते. Oh Krishna, this is my doubt, and this doubt only you can remove. I'm asking this to you. Please dispel it completely. Apart from you, no one else can dispel this doubt. Please destroy this doubt. Krishna, again, Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Whenever Vyasmani says Sri Bhagavan Vacha, that means Sri means beautiful. Bhagavan means the most important person. Vacha means speaks. That means the most important, beautiful person is speaking. That means he is speaking something which is important and beautiful for us. That means we should pay utmost attention and one pointed focus, laser sharp focus. Catch every sentence, every word, every letter is important and will make us make our life beautiful and wonderful. Parthanai veha vinasastasya vidyate nahi kalyana krita kaschid durga tim tata gacchati. O son of Prita, Partha, a transcendentalist who takes up the process of Krishna consciousness whether he takes little prasad, Mahaprasad, or chants Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or associates with the devotee, that activity is added in his spiritual bank, and that spiritual credit he gets cannot be destroyed at any time, place, and circumstances. It is always will be with him, with his with the soul. And one who takes up this process, neha abrikuma nasho asti pratvayano vidyate swalpam api sadharma satrayato mahato bhaya. He is saved from a greatest danger. Whatever spiritual credit he has got, it will eternally be with him. In this world, whatever material activity we do, we may have billions and trillions of dollars, but when we die, everything remains in the bank or relatives. We cannot take anything. Or there are people who have got billions and trillion, and they have to, the money is there, uh, or they have to go, or they are there and the money leaves them. They become pauper. But the spiritual credits will always remain with them. And again, he will get another life in which he will take birth in a very rich family, or he may take birth in a family of a very great devotee. Prapya punya kritam loka उषित्वा शाश्वत समा शुचीनाम श्रीमता गेहे योग भ्रष्ट भी jayate. Such unsuccessful transcendentalist yogi, after many many years, he may go to the he may go to heaven for some time, and after that he again takes birth in a family of a great devotee or a very rich person. In that life, he doesn't have to worry about what will happen if I don't earn money. He's peacefully, he gets a chance. One day he gets attracted to devotees. He likes to play mirdangas, and again his spiritual life begins. अथवा योगिनाम एव कूले भवति धीमताम एतादि दुर्लभतरम लोके जन्म यद ईदृशम. Or if after long practice of yoga, he is born into the family of a great transcendentalist devotees, where in the mother's womb he gets Janamrit. And as soon as he's born, he is seeing his uh, parents worshipping Krishna. And as he grows up, he is uh, taught the uh, process of Krishna consciousness. Such a birth is very rare. And in this life, he understand, I made a mistake of not being serious in my past life. In this life, come what may, I will be very serious. I'll be very sincere. I will do everything to please my spiritual master and go back home, back to Godhead. I have come till here and I will go ahead. I will not get stuck anywhere. I will not get deviated. I will not be hung, or I will not mess up. I'll be very sincere and serious. Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labte purva dehikam yate tate cha tato priya samsiddho kuru nandana. O Kuru Nandana, O son of Kuru, in this birth he again gets into this, he gets a chance to practice Krishna consciousness. In the last life, if he has done 15% of Krishna consciousness in this life, he will start from 16%. And now he will be serious, very serious, and very serious. He will make sure that in this life, he will please the spiritual master and go back home, back to Godhead. Purva Abhyas Puri abhyasena ten eva hiryate ahi avaso api saha jij nasurapi yogasya shabda brahma iti vartate. And whatever Krishna consciousness he has done in the previous life, he will revive that, and automatically he will get attracted to the devotees. The process of devotion, he will get attracted to Harinam Sankirtan, he will get attracted to Prashadam, he will get attracted to serving the devotees, he will be getting attracted to reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitamrit, and he is very serious, and he is now focused. प्रयात्मनाद्यत आत्मना तु योग संसुद किल्बिषा अनेक जन्म संसिद्धा ततो याति parama param gatim. And now he engages seriously and sincerely, is one pointed focus, and he progresses further, and whatever doubts he has got, whatever impurities he's got, everything is wiped out, and he is attains the perfection of life, which for which and he attains the perfection for which for many lifetimes he was not able to attain, and he attains the goal of life, and his life is successful. Therefore, O Arjuna, don't think of going to the forest and become a sannyasi and becoming a Ashtanga yogi. You become a karma yogi. You just surrender to the spiritual master, follow the instructions of the spiritual, serve him humbly, and you become a yogi, Nishkam karma yogi. Tapasa, tapsa, tap, तपस्वीभ्यो अधिको योगी ज्ञानेभ्यो अपि मतो अधिकः कर्मेभ्यश्चाधिक योगी तस्माद् योगी भव अर्जुना. A person who is an ascetic, if he is an ascetic, but if he dies in the next lifetime again, according to his karma, he has to again work hard. As person who is a rich man, when he dies again, he karmi, he has to again take birth as and he has to work from zero. And a person may be a great uh, may get a PhD, double PhD, triple PhD, but when he dies in next life again, he has to start from ABCD. But for a devotee, if he is not completing his Krishna consciousness in this lifetime, again he will get a chance to become a devotee. Therefore, O Krishna, Arjuna, become a yogi. Tashmad yogi bhava Arjuna. Therefore, you become a yogi. Don't become a karmi or don't become a jnani. Don't become a tapasvi. Become a yogi. Become a yogi. Become a yogi. Become a devotee. Become a devotee. Become a devotee. And among devotee, you become the greatest devotee. Yogi namapi sarvesham matgatir antar atmana shraddhavan bhajate yo mam same yukta tamamata. Of all the yogi, one with great faith, who abides in me, thinks of me always, and renders service to me always, like Srimati Radharani. That devotee is topmost, always united me. And that kind of a yogi, that kind of yoga is topmost, and that is my opinion. So become a yogi, be happy, and make others happy. This process is very simple, easy, and very purifying. Take this process. This is working. Srila Prabhupada showed this path to us. He made the hippies happy, the Rusis, Rishis, the Chinese to Munis, and the Japanese to Japa, and they did it, and we can also do it. Let us take this process seriously. Let us become devotees and complete the process of devotion. Make Prabhupada happy, and uh, please Prabhupada, be happy, make others, and attain the goal of life, and go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. So this is the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Very, very interesting. Arjuna now understands that he cannot become a go to for